people look back at their life and wish that they've done things differently. I wish I had the courage to live a life that was true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. If you don't choose your life, somebody else will choose it for you. There's gonna come a time in your life where you physically cannot do the things that you can do right now. Because whatever you wanna do in life, whatever you wanna be great at, is going to take time. What's going on, fellas? So this weekend I had the opportunity to talk to an older guy. I believe he said he was 60 years old, and the conversation was pretty detailed about his life, some of the things I had going on. And during the conversation, he dropped a lot of gems, gave me a few lessons. So this video is strictly on the lessons I learned from a 60-year-old man that's living with regret. The biggest thing that he told me is do it now while you're young, while you have time, while you have the motivation, while you have the energy, because one day you won't. Statistically proven, 76% of people in the world regret not following their goals earlier in their life. 76%, let that sink in. 76% means that most people look back at their life and wish that they've done things differently. And if that isn't deep enough, the number one regret that people have on their deathbed is, I wish I had the courage to live a life that was true to myself, not the life that others expected of me. So what I'm about to tell you is not a theory, this is reality. First things first, fellas, is do what you want to do. Not what your friends want you to do, not what your parents want you to do, not what your peers want you to do. You got to do what you want to do. One thing that this old man specifically said is he regret going to college. He felt as though he wasted 4 years of his life going to college to earn a degree that he doesn't even use to this day. And when he said that, it kind of hit me because I kind of felt the same way about myself going to college. Because when you think about it, that's 4 years. 4 years of your life that you could have been building a skill, starting a business, figuring yourself out. But instead, we build 4 years of debt. And honestly, a lot of the people who go to college, that's not their passion and that's not what they want to do. So the path that they chose to waste 4 years in college wasn't even the path for them. There's dudes that go to school, they graduate, end up working a 9-to-5. They get stuck in that rat race and never start the business that they want, or feel like they have the courage and experience to change direction. So now they're stuck. One thing that you should do, fellas, is write down exactly what you want. Like literally grab a pen, grab a pad and paper, and write down exactly what you want. Not what sounds good, not what looks safe. Write down exactly what you want and what you would do if no one was around to judge you. Because to be honest, fellas, if you don't choose your life, somebody else will choose it for you. This old man talked about how he used to go fishing in the river in the town that he grew up in. He said he was going to this famous river up until he was in his 20s. He was saying he would go with his father or his friends. Even to get to the river, he said he had to park, then he had to climb down, and then he had to like stand on some rocks and like a whole bunch of other stuff just to get down to the river. He said he literally had to stand on the rocks to catch the fish. And now at 60, he's reminiscing because he can't do that anymore. He said his knees are bad and he can't stand for long periods of time. But when he was younger, he said he could fish all day. And that's when it hit me. There's gonna come a time in your life where you physically cannot do the things that you can do right now. We even talked about the gym. That's really how our conversation began, because he seen my physique and he was asking me about my workouts and things like that. And he was saying back in his 20s, he would be in the gym for hours. He said he would even do 2-a-days in the gym back in his 20s. But now, he said he'll be lucky if he got in the gym 3 to 4 times a week just to walk on the treadmill. And it's not because he doesn't want to, it's just because his body won't allow him to. Fellas, a lot of y'all can stay up late and still wake up early, go hard in the gym and recover fast. At his age, at 60, everything costs more. So what I got from that regret was make sure you take advantage of your body now. Make sure you're training hard now. Make sure you're disciplined now. And stop moving like you have unlimited time, because you don't. I've gotten a lot better at this, but I found myself taking time for granted, procrastinating. And that's probably one of the most selfish things that we can do, because that's telling ourselves that we have more time to do what we're supposed to be doing. We're assuming that we have a tomorrow. We're assuming that God is going to give us a second chance to do what we should be doing. He continued to explain to me how important it is to not only find out, but begin pursuing your purpose early. Because whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to be great at, is going to take time. You don't just start something and become instantly great at it. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going to have to find out, you're gonna have to fail, start over, setback, come back, fail, start over, setback, come back. It's gonna be a journey to become great at your purpose. It takes time to learn. It takes time to master. And that part right there probably hit the hardest. Statistically proven, the average person only has 4,000 weeks in their lifetime. 4,000. That's it. And most people waste most of it like it's nothing. Think about one thing in your life that you dedicated real time to and actually became good at it. I mean, like you was trash at first, but then you kept going and actually became good. A lot of men, they'll say 2K, Call of Duty. This OG said 2 things that he became good at was his bodybuilding and building his YouTube channel. And when you say building your body and building your YouTube channel, you gotta understand that these things take time, they take effort, they take sacrifice, they take failing, trying again, then failing again. And I remember, I made sure I wrote this down. I remember he calls it burning the midnight oil. I guess that's an old saying, but now he can't even do that. Not because he's not motivated, but because now he's older. Me personally, I could stay up to 2 or 3 in the morning editing videos, thinking about ideas, locking in. But for him at 60, that same thing will take a bigger toll on him. So fellas, if you're in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, pick one thing and go all in at it. You have to put the reps into something that's going to move your life forward. Because whether you know it or not, you're already putting your time and effort into something. But the question is it building you or is it hurting you? During the conversation, you could really tell when the regret really started to pour out, because you could hear it in his voice when he said a lot of men nowadays, they waste their youth. And he feels like the light bulb doesn't go off for them until they get older, to their 50s and their 60s. Because the time and the energy that you had when you were young is gone. A lot of men, when they're young, they're focusing on pleasing other people, or they're scared to take risks. They're scared to jump off the porch and actually get that experience, that in-person, hands-on experience. And then they wake up years later like, damn. And I understood exactly what he was saying, because I hate when guys say, oh, I'm just 16, or oh, I just turned 18. Like they literally use that as an excuse. Like me personally, fellas, I grew up with just me and my mom. So I had I'm the man of the house mindset early. No, I wasn't paying bills, but I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was raking leaves in the front yard, I was shoveling snow off the steps, I was defrosting her car when it was ice on the windshield, I was cutting the grass, I was washing the cars. And then I jumped off the porch and started playing sports. I was playing soccer, I ran track, I played football, I played basketball. I couldn't wait till I was 16 or 18. I had to jump off the porch early and get my experience, because age was never an excuse for me. Think about it, fellas. If you have 2 18-year-olds, one is outside gaining experience, the other one is scrolling, playing games and wasting time. If you fast forward 5 years, you're gonna have 2 totally different lives. I encourage you, fellas, if you out here talking about you only 16 or you just turned 18 or whatever your age is, I encourage you to stop using age as an excuse, because the earlier you get your reps in, the quicker you're gonna reach your goal and the better you're gonna be. You gotta stop using your age as an excuse and start using it as an advantage. Because actually when you're young, you have the time. So take that time to get your reps in. All in all, fellas, grab your pen, grab your paper, and write down whatever you're interested in and figure out how to get good at it. The difference between us and that 60-year-old man is way easier to get rich and successful nowadays, because what we have access to that he didn't is called technology. We have way more resources than he did back in his day. So whatever you're interested in, figure out how to get good at it, and then figure out how to make money from it. Because whatever you do decide to end up doing is going to take time. The earlier you start, the better you will be. One thing about life, it never gets easier. It only gets harder. When you build your family, have your kids, start your career job, you start having more bills and more responsibility. All that is eating up at not only your time, but your energy. You do not have unlimited time. We only have 4,000 weeks, fellas, and 76% of people regret how they used them. Do not be one of them. If you want me to help you find your purpose early, help you build discipline and stop wasting time, and turn your ideas into real results, then click the link in the description below. Book a call to join HTU and we'll see if you're a good fit. But understand, fellas, this isn't for everybody. So do not book a call if you're not ready to turn your life around. You've seen the hard work, you've seen the dedication, you've seen the commitment that it takes to become him. So if you're ready, let's get to work. But brother, understand this. When you commit to this journey, it's not just you. is us. So let's stop wasting time and become the man we know we're supposed to be. It's time to perform, fellas.